Community. Featuring
You'll hear him, no problem.
GQ and David Skinner Clemens. Ow! Let me do that voice!
Ow, 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 ow! This is the S to the K to the W E to the T to the E to the R. I'm sitting here with the G to the Q, and I'm sitting here with Love Miss BB King. And we in the house today, and we are fired up. Hello, somebody!
Yeah!
You supposed to say hello.
What up, what up? How y'all doing?
Can you hear now?
Y'all can hear me.
We can hear you. What's up, what's up? We sit in the studio with the one and only MsNee. And if you don't know who she is, you will know by the end of this radio show. But before we begin, I want to say hello, Radio Land. What's going on, Memphis, Tennessee, and surrounding areas picking up this wave? I want to welcome you to the Unleashed Voice for the LGBTQ Community radio show here on AM 990 KWAM Talk Radio, baby. And we are live and crunk in the studio. But before we begin, I want to dive into a little bit to tell you what our radio show is about. If you're a first-time listener, we are the soundboard for the LGBTQ community in the Mid-South. We employ 3 core principles: education, empowerment, and enrichment. And it is our hope that during the broadcast that you will learn something relevant that will cause you to ask more questions about the world around you. So we're laying our brick for a better society. And now I have to dive into a segment called What's on Your Mind? So what's on your mind, son?
On VH1 this past week, they had a show called VH1 Hip Hop and the Gay Community. I think that was it. The Black LGBTQ Community. And they had a conversation where they talked to the black church. They spoke with the black church, representatives from the black church, and Pastor Jamal Bryan, who was a representative that they spoke with. And he used the same sentiments that these black liberal ministers, quote unquote, use about how they were opposed to homosexuality and la 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 la. And then he turned around and used the word reverse discrimination. So I am so tired of these black preachers taking up for the black church. The black church has a lot of apologizing to do, a lot of maturing to do, a lot of reconciling to do with individuals that it has hurt. The black church has been here to help us, but more now than ever, we need the black church to just come out and support everyone in the community. We need each other. We need each other to survive. And so until we stop this bull crap about lifestyle, because lifestyle is just a condom. That's all it is. Until we stop all this bull crap and stop making excuses, clean our own lives up, and accept people for who they are and accept the people who God made them to be. And Pastor Jamal Bryan, go have several seats. You are so dumb. I mean, God, please go have several seats. But whatever. That's what's on my mind today. I'm so tired of these black hypocrite preachers. They get on my nerves. With these 2 members, and you cheating on your wife in the hotel, you get caught, but then you want to talk about this. Child, go have. Bye, Felicia. Bye! Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, you had an audacity to call me and pull me in on that mess. I was minding my own business. But the TV on VH1. Okay, so I missed that. I'm glad I did. But you know what I'm going to say. You supposed to say what?
What?
Okay. What I'm going to say about that conversation is that I blame the gay community for going into these churches and still pouring their dollars in these preachers that gay bash. They sit there, they lead their choir, they do all the ministry work, they play, they choir direct, they usher, and then they stand there and take all that verbal abuse.
Yeah.
So I blame them, and until they stop supporting these organizations, these businesses, these politicians, all of that, to make them take notice that, okay, you don't support us, you will not get our economic dollars. Because, baby, I can bet you one thing, a church ain't nothing without money.
Sure can't. You right. He can't get no more gators without money either.
Hello,
somebody. Hello, somebody.
So, big pop collars on. They don't matter wear that no more.
Sure don't.
But I was like, that's what it is. It's what it is. The people have to wake up. They have to wake up. If they don't want you in their church, leave. Stop going. Stop running up behind them. Stop. You got people now packed up, flying to the Koji congregation. I hope they let y'all have it like they did last year. That's what I hope. So for all y'all in there, they said Carter ain't gonna be there this year. He needs to just bust in the door and do it again. Just bust in and just talk about everybody. I mean, for real, they need to stop going to these churches.
I agree.
When you get enough, and then you find and you go to a place that's inclusive, that promote equality, diversity, then you will understand that God is real. God loves you. God does not want you to get beat down with the Bible.
No.
So
that's what's on my mind. You want some of that?
Nah, I just said what you said. I understand. It's crazy because I just had a conversation last night similar to this. I feel like a lot of my family feel like when I talk to them and I talk about how God is, why would God send His only Son to die for somebody that can get it right, for people that can eventually get it right? I feel like they think that I'm trying to, in some way, cover my lifestyle. Frankly, I don't care I've already been there in a caring stage.
Mm-hmm.
I can care less of what you think about how I'm living because I'm blessed.
Right.
Oh, I'm blessed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everything that I've been taught is not adding up to my life now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's called affirming theology. I don't believe in that old theology I was taught. I believe in affirming and inclusive theology. And God is love. Love is God. And I don't have any time for any BS. So whatever. I'm just over that. I'm unbothered. So whatever. But nevertheless, we're here with this young lady. She had that guitar downstairs. She was playing the strings on the guitar. So we want to let you introduce yourself. You have 2 minutes before our first break. Introduce yourself to our listeners here today, ma'am.
What up, y'all? My name is MsNee. That's MsNee, no dot, no space. Yeah, but I am. If you ask me who I am a poet, really and truly. I started off doing poetry, and I fell in love with it. So with this music that I'm doing, I just did an album called Neocentric, and
Congratulations.
So thank you. I'm really proud of it, and I'm still working on it. So. I've just put a little stank on my poetry.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
So you going to give us some with your guitar when we come back from our first break?
I can give y'all some.
Okay, cool. Do you have the old lady in the studio? Miss Lady T. She in the background. Miss Teresa.
In the background.
Ty Green in the background.
All the way from the ATL dropping in the studio. You never know who's going to drop in our studio. I'm waiting on President Obama.
Absolutely.
So he heard about y'all down there. Alicia, he want to come see what we doing. Come on down here, President.
We got good old Eddie Wiley in the house.
What's up, Eddie?
How you doing?
Yeah, we want you to tell your friends to tune in to the Unleashed Voice on AM 990. You can go to our website, www.relationshipunleashed, and you can live stream this studio to see what all this hoopla is about with MsNee in the studio. No space, no dot right here. We got a good show today, and I'm really, really excited about what's going on in her life, what's going on in our life. So this is just a good time to be unleashed. So we got a commercial break coming up. Don't change that dial. Stay here on AM 990 KWAM Talk Radio. We'll be right back, baby.
Are you clear?